Hi, in this video I am going to show you the position. We are going to learn about different types of position, which are static, fixed and sticky. So what is the static? By default every HTML element is in static position, means where you placed that would take that specific space, right? For example, I have the example of this HTML document in which I have placed h1, h3, h4 and p tag. So for example, I have h1 tag, so this would definitely be at the starting point of the page. Why? Because HTML this element is in the first place, so it means that this position, the position of this specific element, HTML element, would be static, right? And for example, if I would have another h1, then definitely that would be next to the previous one. Why? Because this is the flow of the HTML document, right? For example, I have, yes, this would be on the second line. Why? Because the flow is in that way, right? So sticky, for example, I have placed it 1, 2, right? So you can now see that this second line would be on the on next to the previous line. Why? Because this is the flow of the document. So this is and one more thing is that if you have the static position, then that element would not be affected by the properties, CSS properties of top and bottom, left and right, right? So for example, let me show you. If you are giving this specific element to top equal to 40 pixel, you can see that there is no change. For example, left equal to 40 pixel, so this is totally not going to be changed. Why? Because this is static position. So the next thing is fixed. Fixed means wherever the screen is. For example, you have given the position fixed. Let's see the example. I have this specific element h3, right? So I have given the class name fixed and I have applied some properties on this specific class. This specific element position is fixed, top equal to 0 pixel, right equal to 0 pixel. So definitely because of position fixed, the top would be 0 pixel and right would be 0 pixel. So color is red and border is 2 pixel and solid green, right? So you can see that this is that element, position fixed here, right? So this is from the top side, this is 0 pixel, from the right side this is 0 pixel. So this would remain as it is on the same screen. For example, you have mobile phone and you have positioned in such an element, so that would remain visible if you are going to scroll. For example, I am going to scroll this specific page. You can see that this element is not going to be changed. This is always remain at the same place. Why it is? Because this the position on the screen is fixed, right? It would always remain on the same place. So the next is position is sticky here. Sticky means, for example, you have placed an element and you have given the position stick. I have given the class stick and this is the h4 and I have applied CSS. So on stick element, on stick class, which is position sticky, top equal to 0 pixel, color green, border 2 pixel, solid. So right now, as you can see that this h4 is next to the both of the h1 and then h3. h3 is already fixed, so because of which we would not consider it in the flow of the document, right? But h4 is sticky and h4 is next to both of these headings. So and we have given it the position 0 pixel from the top. For example, this has the position 0 pixel, so it is always remain at the top, right? but sticky has some property, which is once you scroll, then it would automatically get that position, right? I am going to scroll, so when the position would be 0 pixel, then it would. So finally we have the position sticky here. So definitely if you have given the position sticky to a specific element, so at that time that would be affected, that element would be affected by top and top, left, right and bottom properties of the CSS. And one more thing that has been added to this specific element is once you will scroll, then automatically it would take their place. For say example, I am going to scroll this, and I have already applied the property CSS property to top 0. So once it will get the top property at 0, then after that it would always remain fixed, right? So for say example, I am just doing some changes. Initially sticky, initially I am going to give the position 80 pixel right from the top. So right now you can see that once the 80 pixel has been once we are going to scroll, right? So at the time when we get the 80 pixel from the top, then it would remain fixed, right? You can see over the example. For say example, we are giving it 100 pixel. So now it has 120 pixel or maybe 130 pixel. So now you can see that it has taken their own space. 130 pixel, for say example 150 pixel. So once you will give more than that, then it would take their own space, right? And once you will scroll, it would remain at the same place, right? And if the top is less, if the pixels from the top are less, and you are going to scroll that on the basis of flow of the document, if that element is far away, then once that specific position would occur, then at that time it would remain fixed. So this was all about the position of the CSS, which we have discussed now, and those were static, fixed and sticky. So these were really easy, and these are not mostly applied. Sticky is applied somewhere, and fixed is also applied. Static is always remain, and according to requirement you use, right? So in the next video we are going to learn the new things which are also related to position, which are important as well, and we will discuss position absolute and relative. So that's it. In the next video we would be learning about another cool concept. So before ending this video, I request you to support my channel by subscribing it if not subscribed yet. Just subscribe it on clicking at subscribe button right bottom of your screen. Like this video, share this video to your friends. For any query, please feel free to ask below in the comment. I appreciate your feedback if you have any. Have a nice day ahead.